Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of Sistas. This is season 3, episode 12, and it was titled The Dollar Store. Alright y'all, real quick before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all. So they came back. Okay. So they came back and they picked right back up where we left off. I was hoping for like a flash forward or something, but what was I thinking? Anyway, we see Q. So he in there with the gun pointed at Maurice and stuff like that. And Maurice is like, "What is you doing? What is you doing?" He was like, "Look, we going to the bank and we going to get all that money in that bitch or whatever." So Maurice like, "I cannot believe this ish. I cannot believe this or whatever." So Q like, "Come on, hurry up, get the hell up, get the hell up." So Maurice, he going, he moving all slow and stuff, and he going in his side drawer. So I was like, he about to get a gun or something. Q like, what you think you're doing? None, I'm just getting my clothes. I'm just getting my clothes. You looking for this? You looking for this gun right here? But I already took the gun out of there. No, I was just looking for my clothes. I was just looking for my clothes. Put this on. So Q throws some crazy looking clothes at Maurice. So Maurice like, I can't be wearing that. No, I can't be wearing that. He was like, "Look, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Just go. Let's go. So he like, I can't wear this. I can't." I said, "Why am Maurice being picky over the clothes, sir? He got a whole gun to your head. Like, what is we doing here?" But of course, he like, no. Just imagine me dead on national TV with mismatched clothes on. I just cannot. Q like, "Look, I ain't trying to hear that, okay? Look, you need to go. We going to the bank. We get on the money and stuff like that." Maurice said he begging and stuff, saying like, no, we can't go to the bank. I don't really got the keys to the bank. I can't even get the money out, the money in the safe. And he like, no. You said you could do it. No, I can't do it. A manager can only do it. All right. Well, we gonna go to the bank, and my boys gonna meet us there, and you call up that bitch Bree. And Bree, why we call her up? Because she the manager. No, she can't get the money. If she can, come on, let's go. So then they finally get out the room, child. After maybe like 10 minutes, they finally get out the room. We at Karen. So we pick up right where we left off with Karen and Aaron on the couch watching a movie. So the movie is over. She was like, "Oh, that was real good. He was like, "Yeah, and I saw you press play real quick to avoid my question." She was like, "What question was that? Was it?" He's like, "The one about, marry me." "Aaron, you was just playing. No, I was serious." She was like, "Don't you think it's a little too soon? It's a little too soon or whatever?" And he like, "Well, do you love me or whatever?" or something like that. And she was like, "Yeah, I love you." And then he was like, "But what?" She was like, he was just like, "Well, there's a Zach." She was like, "Yeah, there is a Zach. And she was like, "Look, Aaron, I was with him for 3 years and stuff, and it was just a lot." And he was like, "Yeah, but did you want to marry him?" You don't want to know the answer to that question. "Yes, I do." Well, she was like, "Well, in the beginning, I did want to marry him because he was all nice and sweet and stuff, but he reminded me a little of you, not so much of you, but like the caring and sweet part." And then, things changed, and then he showed me who he really was. He started lying, and then we was arguing all the time. He was cheating and stuff. So Aaron like, "Well, I ain't him. What I gotta do to show you that I'm not him or whatever like that?" And so she was like, "Well, I don't." He was like, "Well, look, I'm gonna show you that I ain't with that foolishness or nothing like that. I ain't with that. I understand that you still love Zach and you got love for Zach or whatever like that, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove to you that I'm the one for you because I want you to be happy and I want you to be in love and get married, and that's going to be with me." I said, "Aaron, why you doing all this? If she don't really want you like that, then she don't really want you." But Aaron said he going to fight until he blooded and dead and all this other stuff for his woman, Karen, because Karen is his woman. And he said that, when he went down there in the salon and saw Zach Chicky wow with Karen, child. Woo. He said that got him all up in his feelings and stuff. He was like, he was mad. He was like, he taking what's mine. So he was just like, "I know I needed to fight for you or whatever, and I really wanted to knock him out, but y'all had finished and stuff and whatever. So, I had just left." So she was just like, "Okay, all right, well." He was like, "Oh, I'm not giving up the fight, and I'm telling you, I know I'm the man for you, Karen, and I'm gonna show you that I'm the man for you or whatever." So he talking about something. "It's my soul's mission to make you love me." I said, that sound kind of desperate, but who is me? And he said he gonna make her forget all about Zach, like Zach, who that? And so he was just like, because she said that she loves Zach, but she not in love with Zach or whatever like that. And she just wanted to take things slow with Aaron, which is understandable. You know, you just got out of a real long relationship. Like, take your time and stuff. So he said, all right, I'm going to take my time. You want me to put in another movie? She said, no, I just want you to hold me. He was like, oh, okay, I am the holder, girl. I got you. So then they held each other and stuff. Andy on the couch at her office, child. She bowed chicky wow wow with, well, not bow chicky wow wow. Let me reverse that. She bowing with Robin because she got the tongue all up in his mouth and stuff. And they like, and they doing all that stuff. I said, oh my, is they about to, but they didn't, because she was like, no, I'm engaged. And he was like, well, not really. You not really engaged and stuff. And he like, well, we ain't really do nothing, you know, we ain't do nothing. She was like, yeah, but you was ready, you was at attention and stuff, and you know, how was you gonna stop yourself if you was like all over me, because I'm bomb. So he was like, well, you know, I know how to control myself. She was like, really? And he was like, I mean, no, I don't really know how to control myself. You right, girl, you right. So then he said, what did he say? He said he was lying because he didn't really want to stop her from, you know, about going further, because, you know, they was doing the bow, but they didn't get to the chicky wow yet. So, you know, she was just like, you know, we got to slow down because we just had a little argument, me and my boo thing. And, you know, we going to get back on track. So then he was just like, all right, well, I guess I'll stop. So then she asked him, well, if you so fine, why are you single? And he was like, well, you know, I just like to date around and stuff. So he got different holes and different area pools and stuff like that. That's what it sounded like to me. But, you know, who is me? So he said he liked to date. And she was like, all right, well, you know what? I need to get going. So, you know, because it's late, it's early in the morning, and I got to go. So he was like, well, you know, don't go. She was like, I gotta go. He was like, well, I'm gonna see you again. She was like, yeah, at work. So he was like, well, kiss me. She was like, no. And then next day, you know, they bowing again. I said, child. Then we see Bree and Calvin, they in a bed and stuff, post-coital, and they ain't doing nothing, child. They just talking, and she basically telling Calvin that she don't want him to go, and he like, well, will we date other people? And she like, no, I don't really want to date other people because I'm not really looking for a commitment. So he was like, well, if you want to date other people, just let me know, even if it's that dude from the bank. She was like, no, it ain't gonna be him. And he was like, oh, what's going on here? And she was like, no, I'm not even gonna talk to you about it. Let's just not. And he was like, all right, well, I got to go. So then he had got up, and he was in his drawers, but then he went out the front door. And I said, well, he leaving out the house butt naked? Like, okay. But whatever. Oh, let me backtrack real quick to Bree and Calvin. You know, I be trying to get off them real quick. But anyway, he had ended up telling her that he loved her, and she didn't say nothing back. And he was like, it's okay. And she said she felt a little guilty because she doesn't love him. And he was like, well, when you do say it, I'd rather you say it when you mean it versus just saying it just to say it because you feel guilty. And that's what how that kind of ended. Andy, child, she make it back home. Gary's still there in his suit. He still got his shirt off, and he still got his little suit pants on and stuff, but you know, he ain't had no shoes on or nothing. But he was just like standing there in the living room waiting for her, like, where you been? You know what time it is and stuff. And she was just like out. He was like, so that's what we doing? That's what we doing? I was at the gym, Gary. Oh, dressed like that? Yep. And so you just don't got no respect. You don't got no respect or nothing like that. She was like, did you ask that hoe that was in my bed about respect? Jacqueline, Jack Ho, what was her name or whatever? That was for us. I told you that was for us, though. That was for us. Oh, okay. That was for us. Mm-hmm. Well, this was for us. Oh, okay. So you trying to upset me. So that's what you're doing. You trying to upset me. Okay. You want me to go back to the old me. Did the old you ever leave, Gary? Oh. She said that. She said what? She said that you was a personality trait that like drama. I see that now. She said it. I see that now. She don't know me. She don't know what she talk about. How you gonna listen to her? Whatever. But I see it, and that's what you're doing, or whatever like that. You don't want me to get better. See, I figured it out. You want the drama. You like the drama or whatever. You like the drama. You going crazy and stuff like that. You got crazy or whatever like that. And she was like, look, you better stop listening to this hoe because she gonna get you messed up. You keep talking about I want the drama and stuff like that. Like, who wants the drama, Gary? Who wants the drama? She was like, and we was about to get married. Yeah. no, he was like, we was about to get married. I was about to call her Gary, Andy, and she was like, yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen. Yeah, me too, me too. So he getting dressed into his little sweatpants and his little, workout shirt and stuff, and he put his little sneakers on and his stuff. He like, look, I'm going out because I need to work out this tension. Yeah, you need to work out that tension because you ain't working it out in the bedroom. Oh, you trying to provoke me? I see what you doing. I see what you doing. You trying to provoke me, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Nope. You want me to get mad? You want me to get mad? You want me to do some crazy shit? So you run back, tell your friends and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what you want me to do, Andy. But I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. So he got dressed or whatever like that. She steady trying him because she going in, she digging, she poking. So then he like, look, I'm gonna hit out. He was like, well, did you tell your friends what just happened? I was like, nope. Okay. So then he going out. She like, well, while you at the gym, tell her I said hello. And he was just like, okay, I will. And then he left out. I said, see, point for Gary. I don't really like Gary, but that was a good point. He got 1 point. Andy got 0. He got 1, she got 0. But whatever. She got mad. He left out. She got mad. Talking about shit. So she running back to the thing. Talking about something. She got to get a nap in because she got to go to work in 3 hours. Girl, if you don't call out, like, I'll be done. Who stayed up till... I don't even know. She must have came in at like 6 in the morning because though she got to be at work at 9. So then you want to try to get 3. Girl, stop. You was really trying it. Then we had Fatima and Zach, child. Fatima and Zach, they in the bed. They just finished Bow Chicky Wow Wow. And Zach want to Bow Chicky Wow Wow some more, whatever like that. She like, no, I got to go to work. I can't. He was like, come on, come back in the bed. So he trying to get her back in the bed. She like, no. And so then he ends up telling her that he got to go see this townhouse at noon and he want her to come. And she all like, oh, you want me to see the townhouse with you? He was like, yeah, I value your opinion and stuff. So she like, oh, snap. But she don't really want to be too giddy because she ends up telling him like, look, I'm falling hard for you, even to the point where I don't want to date nobody else. And he like, that's good. Like, this what I'm telling you. Like, I'm good, bae. Ain't no other bae. You don't need no other bae. Like, just call me real estate bae and you gonna be lawyer bae because you see the future. You see the future, bae. That's ours or whatever. So they talking. And then they end up getting back in the bed, child. We see Danny come in the Bree house. She talking about something. Because Bree went back to sleep, even though Bree was supposed to get up because she had to go to work or whatever. So Danny come in. She like, girl, you ain't answering your phone. You got your door wide open. Like, what's going on with you? You still in the bed. Like, why is you not up? So Bree like, oh, girl, what time is? She was like, I don't know what time she said or whatever like that. She was like, what you still doing in the bed? She was like, why you ain't at work? Girl, I told you I was calling. You weren't answering your phone, so I had to make sure you was okay. She was like, oh yeah, my phone did or whatever. The room all tore up, child. The lamp all thrown all lopsided on the floor. The sheets all over the floor. Like her and Calvin had this wild night or whatever. And so she like, what happened in your room, Bree? So she like, well, nothing, I just sleep wild. She was like, yeah, you don't sleep this wild. Like, what happened? She was like, oh, I was just decluttering a little bit. She was like, girl, you were supposed to talk to the panty man, not do, about you get wild with him. She was like, girl, he just talked and it was so good. So then Danny like, look, I don't want to talk about panty boy. She was like, what you just want to talk about, Preston? She was like, yeah. So Danny issue was she getting on my nerves. She's saying like Preston left. She asked him for space. He left. You asked him for space. He gave you space. So she feeling some type of way because he didn't call her in the morning time. So I'm like, but you asked him for space. He trying to give you space, but now you don't want the space. So Bree was like, girl, well, won't you reach out to him and call him? It's like, no. Because then he going to think I'm ready for him to come back in or whatever. Do you want him to talk to you or no? Like, what's the problem? So then she's talking about she was happy when she woke up in her bed by herself and she thought it was cool, but because he ain't reached out to her that morning, maybe he not really all that cool with the idea of her not being there and yada, yada, yada. I said, girl, You getting on my nerves. She was getting on Bree nerves. Bree was just like, girl, I just can't. Let me get up. I gotta get ready for work. Yeah. So then she was like, well, go on, get out about your business, stuff like that. Cause you stressing. Like I'm about to jump out this first floor window because you just like stressing me out with this whole issue or whatever. So Danny getting upset. She like, you know what? I'll just talk to Karen. She was like, Karen gonna be even meaner than what I am right now because she gonna tell you the truth. She was like, all right, whatever. So, she was like, well, what you gonna do, Danny? What you gonna do? She was like, you know what? I'm just gonna smoke until I get the answer. That's my girl. Now go. So then Danny ends up leaving. Bree laid her ass back down. Fatima at work, Zach ends up calling her, talking about something. He missed her. So they talking and whatnot, and he ends up telling her that the real estate agent pushed the appointment up earlier because somebody else is checking out the townhouse. So she like, well, I can't leave right now, but we can still meet for lunch or whatever. Child, the whole time, Zach and Fatima talking on the phone, hating, listening in on the call. I said, so he listening in on all her calls, because how he know Zach was going to call at that exact moment? Like, child, bye. So he listening. So they hang up. Fatima and Zach hang up the phone. He talking about something, hating in his office by himself, talking about something, well, how he get money to buy houses. He doing some illegal shit. I just know it. So he get on his cell phone. I don't know who he was calling. Next thing we see Hayden in the office, in Fatima office. And he's talking about, look at you all smiling. She was like, yeah, that's what happy people do. They smile. Like, can I help you? He was like, so your boy, he quitting chain breakers or whatever like that. And she was like, yeah, what do you need to know that for? He was like, so he quits or what? She was like, is that your business? He was like, well, look, I'm just trying to tell you that I ain't had nothing to do with that or whatever. She was like, yeah, I know. So he was like, well, why would he quit? Like, don't he need a job or whatever? She was like, why do you care? Like, why do you care? Like, won't you ask him if you so invested or whatever? He was like, well, I intend to. I just know he need the money or whatever. So I just hope he ain't doing nothing illegal or whatever like that. And she was like, look, if you don't get your bitch ass out my face, like, why are you in here? Why are you bothering me or whatever like that? And why is you keeping tabs on him like this? Like, what do you want to be with him or whatever? Because he was like, well, you know he quit the airport. So she like, dude, should I hook y'all two up or what? Like, what's tea? So then, he was like, so what, you taking care of him or something like that? She was like, look, make me lose this job. Just make me. He was like, all right, I'm going to go out. So then he go. So then she ends up getting a call, and then she goes into Andy's office, and Andy like, well, I see he's still bothering you. She was like, yeah, girl, but I got that under control. Mr. Benson want to see you in the conference room. So she like, all right. So Robin and Hayden is in the conference room with Benson, the partner or whatever. The old man, you know, the old man who don't seem to know nothing, child, but he the partner. But he was like, well, introducing her to Robin. And so he was like, well, Andy was like, well, we already met. He was like, oh, yeah, on that divorce case. Well, I hope she ain't go too hard on you or whatever. And so then he ends up telling Hayden and Andy that Robin got the UK job and they opened up a new partnership with the UK office. So, show him around and stuff like that. So he was like, show him the ropes and yada, yada, yada. So then Mr. Vincent ends up leaving. So Hayden is in there with Robin and Andy. So Hayden ends up saying something like, well, he talking to Robin. He like, well, I'm in tax law, I don't really do nothing. It's kind of boring or whatever like that. But if you probably, what did he say? He said something like to the point where it was like, you probably want to, hit that up later or whatever, because it's kind of boring and really much to show you. So then he turned to Andy and was like, well, you probably want him first to show him, like what you do or whatever like that, or something like that. I don't really see where he was disrespectful, or maybe I missed it. I should have replayed it to see where the disrespectful part was. If y'all saw it, y'all put it down there in the comments. But all I know is Robin went off. Like, you don't talk to her like that and all this other stuff. And you offended her and stuff like that. And then so Hayden was like, excuse me, dude, like, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to Andy or whatever like that. He was like, yeah, but you need to show her some respect and yada, yada, yada. Like, Robin was he was reading him down, okay? And Hayden was like, talk to the hand. I said, well, how old is we? You giving the man the hand and stuff like that? And he like, look, I wasn't even talking to you. So Andy Andy. And so Robin was steadily talking. He was like, Andy, if I disrespect, and Robin was still like, here. He was like, if I disrespected you in any way, let me know. I apologize or whatever like that. And so he ended up was like, you go somewhere. And then he was like, be real or something. He said to Robin and walked out the office. I was like, you don't know what position this man really is in. You could lose your job. Like, he can run back and tell like how you was professional and all this other stuff. So Hayden just gets on my nerves. And Robin did sit down because Andy was standing there looking like, ooh, thank you, baby. Like, she was ready to give him the draws on the conference table, child. But, you know, she did thank him and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, because he don't need to be real disrespectful like that. Like, that's just, And she was like, well, you know, just thank you for, you know, protecting me and stuff. And she was like, well, you know, was I supposed to know you was, you know, getting a job today? He was like, well, I just signed up paperwork today. And the first thing I'm going to do is fire that asshole or whatever. Because he was like, he is an effing asshole. Like, are you serious right now or whatever? So, he sits down with Andy and tells her, like, look, I got something to tell you. I could be your boss or I can be your boss or something like that. And she was like, what? And he was like, yeah, because the people in UK are taking over this firm and that's what the deal is or whatever. So I already know all about you pretty much. Like, I got the whole folder file and stuff on you. So I know about the FBI. I know about your boyfriend. I know about it all or whatever. So she was like, oh, okay. So she was feeling some type of way because she felt like he used that information and just realized that she was like an easy lay or whatever. And then, but he was like, no, that's not what it was at all. Because when I was looking through the files, I saw your picture and I knew like, ooh, I wanted to be with you or whatever, or I wanted to talk to you. So that's why I'm talking to you. And that's why I'm telling you right now what's going on and stuff. And so she was like, well, I'm feeling embarrassed because you know all about me or whatever. So then he ended up giving her his file from London Yard or somebody yard, child. So, and it had like all his information in there from where he skinned his knee when he was 5 years old to all this other stuff, child. So, she was like, well, why are you giving this to me? He was like, because I want to be on a level playing field with you and that you consider I trust you or whatever, because I don't think you'll tell anybody about this. He's like, because he was like, I'm not really supposed to tell you about what's going on either, about the whole company taking over the firm and stuff. But now she know. Back at the bank, okay? Oh, let me pause real quick. So if Robin is her boss, I do hope he fires Hayden because Hayden be doing too much for me. Like, what is your problem? Like, why are you so invested in what Fatima and Zach is doing? Like, she don't want you. Like, why they be making him look so just, Anyway, back at the bank. So Bree finally gets to the bank. Child, who knows what time she finally got to the bank? But she got to the bank. The bank ain't been open. It's dark in there. She come in there. She flip on the lights and stuff like that. She like, where is Maurice at? He was supposed to open up this bank or whatever. So she called him up. He ain't answering the phone. So she ends up leaving a message on his phone. So she like, why are you not here? See, this is why I can't trust you. This is why I can't rely on you or nothing like that. When you get here, I'm writing you up and stuff like that. Child, she ends up turning around and Q was like, yeah, we finna get the money out this bank, bitch. And then we see Maurice all tied up and Q got the gun to Maurice's head. And that's how it ended. I said, ooh, child. So we finna see who getting what, because you know they ain't gonna get no money. Q ain't getting no money. They probably gonna trigger the silent alarm or something like that, child. But it was a cute little first episode. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down there in them comments. If you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you're tired of, and what you love. Anyway, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you ended up liking this recap review, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.